Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to Ultimate Dirt 3. To apologise about the, lateness in this one. Obviously midgets ran just a little bit over time. Ryan Gorton quickest at the moment with a 12.620, so well done to Ryan Gorton. Have a look at how many heat races there are. There's going to be 4 heat races scheduled on the program for tonight. Of course, we come to Lanier National Speedway for another round of the series. As we get set for heat number 1, we'll take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. And starting on pole in car number 88, it's Ryan Gorton. On his outside, the 48 of Tim Harris out of position 2. Out of position 3, car 71, Gavin Sadler. Out of position 4, the 78 of John Schultz. Out of position 5, the 24, Ryan Stacey. Out of position 6, car 47, Jacob Penno. Dylan Stacey in the 16 starts position 7. Cody Lawrence in the 37 starts position 8. Alan Solet in the 9 will start, when car number 25 will start position 9. Zach Phelan, he is having computer issues, so I doubt he will make it out for heat 1 out of position 10. Then we go back to Ethan Bastain in the 54 at a position number 11. So we're going to wait right to the end on this one for Ryan Gorton to grid up. Of course, trying to get Zach Phelan back in. I know he was having computer issues. So Gorton will make the grid. However, Zach Phelan will not. What's going on, Tyler? Hey, Riley, Jacob, Chuddy, Zach, yeah, Gordo the GOAT. Good in qualifying. We'll see how he goes in this heat race. Of course, certainly not the preferred line on the bottom side of the racetrack. And of course, you see this track is already going to be a difficult one, and it will be a slick one come feature event. 12 laps to distance, heat 1. Shorter track, 3/8 of a mile in distance. The pace truck about to take the left-hand turn onto pit road. Wait for the green flag. Gorton and Tim Harris. There we go. Green flag is out. Sadler as well on the 71 on the bottom side of the racetrack. They run low through turns 1 and 2. Gorton going to keep it down low in 3 and 4. So everyone trying to fight to the bottom side of the racetrack. There's contact at 6 on back. Ryan Stacey in the 24. Around, Gorton and Harris come together. Harris moves on through. So does Sadler into position 2. John Schultz in 3rd. But here comes Gorton trying to fight back on the outside. Side by side battle for 3rd. Top 3 move to the main event. And Ryan Gorton going to take back 3rd spot. He's going to be PI55ED. But he gets position 3 back from John Schultz. Tacky Track Warrior, well, he's doing not too bad in the slick, I must say. How are you, Tyler? Sadler in 2nd in the 71 car, and the Pace Syndicate number 71 in this Infinity car, I believe that is. Just rolling the bottom side. Phenomenal in the midgets just a few moments ago. Gorton now back to the bottom side in 1 and 2. He's starting to get a run. Is everybody scared to go up top, are they? It's almost like there's spiders up there. Tim Harris, in fact, in the 48. Well, besides the fact that my wheel doesn't work, I got a sore back. You know, everything's going, everything's going right for me, I guess you could say, Tyler. So they're starting to approach lap traffic. The 48 of Tim Harris. Uh-oh, there's a car upside down. That was Jacob Penno. And your top 3, top 4 drivers were very lucky to escape any sort of significant damage and avoid the flipping Penno. Ethan Bastain going a lap down now, just right on the top side of the racetrack. Sadler still in second spot. 2 laps to go. Can he hang on? If the format is to go by, the top 2 will make it into a pole shuffle. And Gorton, can he make this happen? He's got Bastain on his outside. He goes through the middle of 1 and 2. Gorton, what can he do here? On the final lap, he's starting to get a run through the middle, so Gorton may have found something right now. The final turn, final lap. Gorton not going to get there. Tim Harris with the win. Second goes to Sadler. Gorton. Third, Schultz, Dylan Stacey, Cody Lawrence, Alan Solet. You go back to Ryan Stacey, Ethan Bastain, and Jacob Penno make up heat number 1. Heat 2 up next. Let's take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. Alright, the front row, a couple of SSR teammates starting on pole. In the 51, it's Bob King. On his outside, the 5 of James Rice out of P2. Joshua Walton in the 81 will start position 3. Alan Tacken in car 21 starts position 4. Out of position 5, car 13, Mitchell G. Out of position 6, car 94 of Scott Butler. Out of position 7, the 57 of Ryan Harris. Out of position 8, the 55 of Clay Seaborn. Out of position 9, the 43, Dylan Shepherd. Out of position 10, the 41 of Jordan McDonnell. And Boyd Bowden in the 14 will start position 11. What's going on, Matt Smith? And I want to give a shout out to Karen Morris. Karen Morris, if you are watching, a shout out to you. Hope you are enjoying the coverage like everybody else. Of course, we've got some shout outs. Feel free to let us know, or let us know where you're watching from. Mitch, well, look, we've had some Panadol, we've had some bed rest, we've had a couple of painkillers. At the moment, we're okay. But we'll just we'll keep trucking along, I guess. So this is going to be interesting. The top 2. Walton just ran into the back of Bob King just then. Not sure what happened there. Got some shout outs, let us know. I'll try and get him out for you. Mr. Jordan Charge, if you're watching. King and Rice, green flag is out. Heat 2 of 4. Uh-oh, car in the inside wall. That looks like it's going to be Mitchell G in the 13 car. Remember, top 3 to the main event. The newest member of the One Performance Racing OPR team, the 21 of Alan Tacken. They'll battle it out with James Rice here in just a few moments' time. Rice all over the back of Walton through turn number 3 and 4. Yeah, cheers, Mitch. Appreciate it, buddy. Just appreciate everyone with the sending of the well wishes and stuff like that over the past week. Not sure what happened to Tacken just then, but I'm going to move the 43 car of Dylan Shepherd up to position 4. And keep an eye on James Rice in the 5 car, trying to get by Walton. Looks outside inside. Walton, and you could almost argue that he's certainly using the mirror, but I'm sure he's just trying to run his line and what he thinks is best at the moment. Second and third on screen at the moment. As Rice tries to go to the outside, and the left rear, sorry, the left front of James Rice catches the right rear of Walton now. Rice has got some speed at the moment, but just can't get by Walton. Maybe James Rice, if he's listening, he may need to just try the top side of the racetrack. You can see Walton now move up to the line that James Rice has been running the last couple of laps. So either that, or he's watching Bob King and just trying to follow in the leader's footsteps, knowing that, well, there's a reason why he's out in front. James Rice now down to the low side into turn number 1 and 2. Can Rice make the pass? He does momentarily into 3 and 4. Walton going to go to the top side of the speedway. Walton tries to rail the cushion, now goes back down low with a big, no, not going to be a slide job. There's a little contact, left front and right front coming together there between Rice and Walton. James Rice going to move back into position 2, and no, Joshua Walton, hang on to your hat. I'm sure Ricey may have just puckered up then, because that could have got disastrous. So Bob King out in front. Slider line now from Walton, but with 1 and a bit to go. White flag is out. Heat 2. Bob King, your race leader. In the 51. Second in the 5 car, James Rice. That's how they started 1 and 2. And that's how they will finish. Bob King gets the checkers here in Heat Race 2. Going to move on to the pole shuffle along with James Rice. Joshua Walton home in 3rd. Dylan Shepherd 4th. Ryan Harris. Alan Tacken. Boyd Bowden. Clay Seaborn. Clay Butler. And Mitchell G. Yeah, Breton is very weird, very odd. But yeah, hey. I'm not one to shy away from running the top side either. Although I won't be running anytime soon, I don't think. Let's take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid for heat number 3. Hello, Robert. Welcome in, buddy. Starting on pole in car number 12, Trent Vardy. On his outside, the 95 of Zach Masters. Starting position 3, car 3, Lewis Hewitt. Out of position 4, car 7 of Brady Baldwin. Out of P5, the 015, Darren Lord. Out of P6, the 555 of Luke Muir. Out of position 7, the 46, Jackson Callow. Out of position 8, car 30 of Lance Bainton. Out of position 9, car 9, Joel Berkeley. Out of position 10, car 33, Jacob Dixon. And out of position 11, car 39, Blake Urquhart. 11 cars, heat number 3, the penultimate heat of the night before we move into your C and B mains. And of course, pole shuffle time. Again, Boyd, yeah, it was very tough out there. Let's go from a different camera angle. Trent Vardy did not make the call, so Lewis Hewitt gets the luck of the draw and starts on pole for heat number 3. There we go, green flag is out. Hewitt going to get the jump on Masters. Masters going to come back at him on the inside, down the back straight away into 3. Hewitt going to run 3/4 way of the racetrack, try and get to the cushion on the exit of turn number 4. Zach Masters going to lead lap number 1. Brady Baldwin on the bottom side along with Darren Lord, but Lewis Hewitt around the outside. Expect to see the 9 of Joel Berkeley as well go to the top side very shortly in a moment, because he's seen his teammate run the top and rail the cushion. That's exactly where he goes in turns 1 and 2. Brady Baldwin now challenged for 2nd, and this 7 car is lightning quick at the moment, but Masters, oh wow, with a bit of luck. There's some contact. 3 cars taken out in that, 4 cars taken out in that exchange. Move TTL into 1 and 2. Hewitt from Berkeley. 3rd place is now the 33 of Jacob Dixon. Oh boy! And the 555 of Luke Muir. He now slots into position 3 with a bit of luck. And the 39 car, the Rocket, as Blake Urquhart. Little tap there from Jacob Dixon behind him. Hewitt got a 1.2 second advantage over his teammate Joel Berkeley. In 2nd spot, halfway home, 6 down, 6 to run. This is where the experience is certainly going to pay off for these guys who run on the top side of the racetrack. They have got, Berkeley's got a 3.5 second gap back to 3rd place driver Luke Muir in the 555. He's then got a 1.7 second advantage back to Jacob Dixon. Then you go back to Darren Lord battling it out with Jackson Callow, and then Lance Bainton in the 30, sitting in 7th spot at the moment. There is your race leader. Using the top side through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Berkeley running a slider line through 1 and 2. He was 3/100ths of a second quicker than Hewitt on the previous lap. Berkeley stays low down through 3 and 4. This time Hewitt was quicker again, so there's still 0.8 of a second between Hewitt and Berkeley. They're about to greet the white flag this time by. There's Jackson Callow on the 46, the last car on the lead lap in the 7th spot. But the white flag is out for Lewis Hewitt in caliber 3. Stays on the top side through 3 and 4. Berkeley can't get him. Lewis Hewitt gets the win. Second going to go to Berkeley. Third going to go to Luke Mew, I believe, it across the line there. Yes, nearly 6 seconds, 5.7 seconds behind. Jacob Dixon, 4th. Darren Lord, Lance Payton, Jackson Callow, Blake Urquhart, Zach Masters, and Brady Baldwin. Heat 3 complete. We move on to the final heat of the night, the 4th and final heat. Here are the Dirt League's Australia 410 winged sprint cars. We'll take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. Alright, starting on pole, it is the Colonel Bradley Sanders in car 68 on the front row on the inside. On the outside in car number 4, starting position 2, Trent Gosley. Darren Palmer lines up in position 3, car number 96 in the 111. It's Lewis Clark at a P4. P5 is going to be the 29 of Harry Stewart. P6 is going to be car 8 of Nathan Clark. Aston Hurley in the 99 starts P7. Alex Myers in the 11 will start P8. P9 going to be car 35, Jock Goodyer, P9. In P10 in car 34, it'll be Mitchell Hewitt. 10 cars, final heat race on the night. And we'll move into your preliminary mains. Who's going to win this one? Keep an eye on, well, the Colonel, he was fast in qualifying, 4th quick. Keep an eye on Lewis Clark, Nathan Clark. Keep an eye on Goodyear as well, coming from the back of the bus, and green flag is out. Now, was that a jump there from the Colonel Bradley Sanders? We'll have to see if race control do anything about that later on. But at the moment, he's going to lead in the 10 of 1 and 2. Gosley in the snap-on WP concreting number 4 entry on the outside of the 96 of Darren Palmer. Lewis Clark right through the centre, as is Nathan Clark as well. So a good 4-car battle for 2 final transfer spots. 2nd and 3rd up for grabs into the main event. 4th and 5th you'll see in the B main. Nathan Clark getting into the back of Darren Palmer into turn number 1. Now Nathan Clark looking to the outside in turns 3 and 4. Gosley's gone backwards. Here comes Lewis Clark. So Nathan and Lewis now down to the inside, side by side, running behind Darren Palmer. And at this stage, only one of these Clarks going to make it in a direct transfer. Slide job by Nathan Clark. That opens up the door on the bottom side as Palmer got shuffled back, and there is a big cluster of cars. Jock Goodyear involved, Harry Stewart as well. Trent Gosley, the 99 of Aston Hurley. Alex Myers has now with Nathan Clark around the outside of Lewis Clark. Oh boy. Geez, no love lost here right now. And Nathan Clark, let me tell you, the 8 is just rolling right now. 6 down, 6 to go. Yeah, Roger always puts on a good show as always. That's the guys over at the Dirt Racing Network. Make sure you check them out. Nathan Clark starting to catch up to the Colonel Bradley Sanders. Sanders right through the middle. He's almost a sitting duck. Oh boy, Nathan Clark. He's certainly got a good set of watermelons on him if he pulled that move off. He now takes the race lead. I think he started P6 or P4 in this one. Let's find out. Yeah, he started position 6 in this one. And well, it's taken him 9 laps to get to the front as we complete lap number 10, which leaves us with 2 laps to run. The Colonel Bradley Sanders looking to make it into tonight's pole shuffle. Of course, the pole shuffle being added this week. I don't mind at these shorter tracks, especially in the 410 sprint cars. Certainly we lost, 20 to 25, nearly half an hour, in fact, on the pole shuffle for the midget series. But, I guess you live and learn. Checkered flag is out. Nathan Clark with the win. Brad Sanders home in second. Lewis Clark third. Aston Hurley in fourth. Darren Palmer to fifth. Alex Myers in sixth. And you go back to Mitchell Hewitt, Harry Stewart, Jock Goodyear, and Trent Gosley. Yeah, it's, what is it, Wingless Wednesday, isn't it, for those guys? Yeah, there'll be Wingless Wednesdays there for those guys, the DOB guys. Alright, C-Main cars on track. We'll take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. Scheduled for about a 13-14 car field in this C-Main. Starting on pole, the 34 of Mitchell Hewitt. On the outside, the 24 of Ryan Stacey. Row 2 inside, the 55, Clay Seaborn. On the outside, car 39, Blake Urquhart. Row 3 inside, the 29, Harry Stewart out of P5. Out of P6, car 54, Ethan Bastain. Scott Butler in the 94 starts P7. Zach Masters in the 95 starts P8. P number 9 is going to be the 35 of Jock Goodyear. P10 will be the 47 of Jacob Petto. Mitchell G in the 13 starts P11. Brady Baldwin, car 7, starts P12. Then we go back to Trent Gosley. Not sure if Zach Phelan's going to make it out for this one, but Jordan McDonnell on race control and Trent Vardy. So Trent Vardy, Jordan McDonnell, and Zach Phelan did not make the call, so that'll leave us with 13 cars for tonight's C-Main. 15 laps to distance. We take the top 6. Boyd, well, good luck in the B, brother. Hopefully you can put that car in the main event. You need to stay in the top 8. C-Main rolling around on the racetrack. 15 laps to distance. 3/8 of a mile. Mitchell Hewitt and Ryan Stacey on the front row. You need to be inside the top 6, otherwise you pack it up, go home, go to sleep, do what you got to do. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time. 3 wide, look at Urquhart right through the middle in the 99 car. Sorry, the 39 car. Goodyear as well, trying to make his way through the pack in the 35. Needs to be patient in the opening couple of laps. Let the drivers try and find a rhythm and maybe just try and pick them off one at a time. The 29 of Stewart, little sideways in front. Now there's 3 OPR cars here. That's Hewitt, Stewart, and Masters. Oh, there's contact. And there goes 2 of them. Is it a last man standing? It very well may just be. Look at this, top 6. 4 of them get wiped out. Wow, wow, wow. I'm not even going to comment on that one. This is why I get in trouble sometimes. I call what I see. Some people don't like it, but hey, you know what? It doesn't matter. Look at Goodyear. Double guessing himself. Second guessing the 47 of Jacob Petto, I believe that is. Yeah. Went to the bottom side. Urquhart sort of didn't know where he was going in turns 3 and 4. Goodyear now. He's moved into position 5. What's going on, Moot? I'll come back to you in a second here, Moot, in a second. Robert, no cautions in the C main. No cautions in the C or B. It's pretty much run it straight out. There's contact there between Urquhart and Penno. Here comes Ryan Stacey as well in the 24 car. In the Jetco number 24. Just casually rolling the bottom side of the racetrack. Some of these drivers might be a little too inexperienced for this kind of slick condition, but hey, I tell you what, they're doing a fantastic job so far. Nine laps in the books. We've watched the battle on for the final transfer spot right now. Ryan Stacey looking to make the pass on Blake Urquhart, will do so. Now this is for 6. Top 6 are going to make it through. Just 5 laps to run. Come on, Ryan Stacey. You can do it. Through the middle of 1 and 2. Urquhart tries to fight back on him. There's contact. Urquhart saves it. But now that gives a bit of breathing room to the 24 of Ryan Stacey. We go back and have a look at Jock Goodyear battling it out with Trent Gosley. This is for 3rd and 4th on the racetrack. I'm not Ryan Stacey, I'm Brett Wheeler, brother. I'm Brett Wheeler. I just had a name change on Twitch. Goodyear now up to position 3, looking for 2nd with 2 to go. The TTL Esports Simworks number 35 has just railed the cushion. That car just looks so solid as the white flag flies one final time for the 94 of Scott Butler. 2 turns to go to put himself in the B main, and he will do so. Checkered flag at the ready. There we go. Scott Butler from Jock Goodyear, Zach Masters and Trent Gosley. Then we'll go back to Ethan Bastain, and then I believe Ryan Stacey is going to get it. Yes, Blake Urquhart, Jacob Petto, Brady Baldwin, Clay Seaborn, Mitchell G, Mitchell Hewitt, and Harry Stewart. Your B main is complete. Moot, I was actually in the hospital on... Go back to your question on the previous stream. I was actually in hospital with back pain Friday, Saturday, and then I was home Sunday, so... yeah. Alright, your B main. We'll take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. "21 cars, 20 laps, top 8 will go through." Thanks for the bits, Rossi. Appreciate it, brother. Starting on pole, car 78 of John Schultz on his outside, the 43 of Dylan Shepherd. Jacob Dixon and Aston Hurley will make up row number 2. Row 3, Dylan Stacey and Ryan Harris. Row 4, Darren Lord, Darren Palmer. Row 5, Cody Lawrence, Alan Tacken. Row 6, Lance Payton, Alex Myers. Row 7, Alan Soldert, Boyd Bowden. Jackson Callow and Scott Butler in row 8. Row 9, Jock Goodyear, Zach Masters. Row 10, Trent Gosley, Ethan Bastain. And row 11, Ryan Stacey. Cody Lawrence did not make the call, neither did Ryan Stacey, so this is going to be a 19 car field. Pick your guess on who was going to win this one. Flip a coin. How's the fish, Mont? How's the fish, mate? How's the fish? $20 on the board. Jacob Dixon. Oh no! The 43 of Dylan Shepherd. Masters involved in that one. And remember, only the top 8 go through. There's no cautions. So you have to have a bit of luck in the opening couple laps to make it through. We keep an eye on the 96 of Darren Palmer, sitting in position 3 at the moment. In the green, white and black, number 96. Just in front of him, the 16 of Dylan Stacey. And John Schultz, your race leader. Oh boy, look out. The 25 of Alan Solet. One's the top in 1 and 2. He's a lap down. You're a clown, Moot. You're an absolute clown, brother. Solet went down to the bottom side, took the line away from Dylan Stacey. Now there is second spot. Solet already a lap down. We keep an eye on Jock Goodyear on the top side of the racetrack in the 35. He's up to position number 8, so things could get a little dicey right now. Now Alan Solet is sort of in a world of bother right now because he's trying to hold his own. He's trying to stay out of the way of the cars on the lead lap. Now, it's very difficult to do when you got guys that are running for position. Let me tell you, he just done well. Alan Sol, take a bow, sir. Oh, Goodyear, Palmer and Harris nearly made contact. Butler as well, up to P5. So the C main bandits making way in the B main. Goodyear around the outside of Butler and Bainton. Butler down low. Bainton slides up behind Butler. Here comes Harris. Harris is in 7th, 8th in the final transfer spot. Darren Palmer. And you go back to the first car out of a transfer spot is the 4 car of Trent Gosley. So he needs to make up one more position. We are just about at the halfway stage. They come across the start finish line this time by. We are at 10 down, 10 to go. Shout out to Karen Morris. Again. So Harris around the outside of the 33 car. That's Jacob Dixon. Butler as well. He's made his way to position 4. So Scott Butler from position 17 or 16. Let's take a look here. 16th it was. Scott Butler up 12 positions in your B main. So we've certainly got this track figured out at the moment. But of course, it is only a C and a B. Different kettle of fish when they get to the A. Yeah, I just made reference to Moot Lips Fish, and it wasn't even planned. There is Dylan Stacey in the 16, sitting in 2nd spot, and Jock Goodyear looking to take the race lead in the final 5.5 laps. He's got John Schultz, less than 6/10 of a second separating the pair. Jeez, Goodyear is rolling right now. Goodyear was 6/10 of a second quicker on the previous lap run on the top side than what the bottom side is. I can't wait for this pole shuffle. You'll see where the track is really at. And Jock Goodyear, 2 laps ago, he was a second behind, and now he's taken the race lead. 3 to go this time by for your new race leader. The 35 car of Jock Goodyear down to the low side. Slide jobs, Alan Solet, the lap car. Solet going to be a couple of laps down. Unfortunately, Alan Tacken, who I was sort of trying to keep an eye on throughout the B feature as well. He's retired back in 16th position, so ow, unlucky brother. Here is Dylan Stacey on screen. He's got Mr. Ryan Harris behind him in the 57. And then, of course, Scott Butler to his 3rd, 4th, and 5th on screen. You throw in 6 as well, because Darren Palmer in the 96 is somewhat making an appearance here tonight. Lance Bainton in 7th. Trent Gosley sits in position number 8 as the checkered flag going to come out for your winner. Jock Goodyear already home with the win. Won by 1.8 seconds after all that. John Schultz 2nd, Dylan Stacey 3rd, Ryan Harris 4th. 5th, Scott Butler, Darren Palmer, Lance Bainton, and Trent Gosley. Those drivers we'll see moving on to the main event. Everybody else, pack it up and go home. You are done. Now, this warm-up session is for our pole shuffle cars, the top 2 in each heat race. Top 2 from the heat races are going to move on to the pole shuffle to determine our top 8 starting positions. Moot, thank you very much for the raid, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for the host as well. If you're watching on Twitch, guys, hit that follow button. Make sure you check out Mootlip1 on Twitch. Some quality fish viewing earlier on this evening. Chuddy, they run the midgets sort of like an hour and 20 minutes before this, and then they run the 410 sprint cars. So alright, so cars getting a hot lap session. So looks like no pole shuffle. Of course, due to time wise. Hey, hey, hey. On your boot. Thanks, brother. Appreciate the support, man. So it just looks like, just trying to figure out how many cars on the track. 9. So it looks like they're giving our A main cars probably 2 minutes to get on the track and do a couple of laps. Of course, a big thanks to our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Of course, you can find them on our website. Head over to www.ultimatedirtv.com. Then you click on the sponsors tab, Wicked Cushion, Drew Neal at 19 Designs, 19designs.com, World of Thunder Racing League, Dirt Leagues Australia, JR Productions and Media, and Black Diamond Motorsports. So we await for the checkered flag to come out here on this warm-up session. We'll take a quick break, and on the other side of this will be our main event for the Dirt Leagues Australia 410 winged sprint cars here at Lanier National Speedway. Alright, here we go. Main event time. Getting set to start. Yeah, it is going to be, I'm told, 54 laps. We may do 50, but let's just hope it's going to be straight up 54. But of course, there was no pole shuffle for that one. Let's take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. Row number 1 going to be Tim Harris and Bob King. Row 2 going to be Lewis Hewitt and Nathan Clark. Row 3 will see Gavin Sadler and James Rice. Row 4 going to be Joel Berkeley and the Colonel Brad Sanders. Row 5 Ryan Gorton and Joshua Walton. Row 6 Luke Muir and Lewis Clark. Row 7, Jock Goodyear and John Schultz. Row 8, Dylan Stacey, Ryan Harris. Row 9, Scott Butler and Darren Parmenter. And row 10 going to be Lance Bainton and Trent Gosley. Let's shut the door for 54. Well, let's open the door for 54. Trying something different right now. Who's going to pick up the main event victory? There is Talent from pillar to post right now, represented here in this 410. You're one of the best, you've got them. We're two abreast as we go down the back straight away, the pace truck to the infield, and I believe we are going to go green flag racing off of turn number 4. 54 on the board, green flag is out, and here we go. King and Hewitt make contact. Nathan Clark on the outside makes it 3 wide. Gavin Sadler impressive on the bottom side. Where do you look as we see action cars all over the racetrack? Sadler and King contact. Berkeley, oh, Gordon, can they all hang on to it? Walton, oh no, Sadler, Goodyear. How have we stayed green this long? Walton turns Bainton. We stay green. Lewis Hewitt to the race lead. Yellow, yellow, yellow. And Bainton. I don't even know where to begin on that one. Holy cow. Unlucky, Boyd. Unlucky. Hey, good run there, man. Good run. There was contact out of turn 2. And there was still contact down the back straightaway. Still contact through 3, through 4. And on the front stretch was where Bainton sort of got spun out. He was just sort of minding his own beeswax. There is Ricey. Mootlip, there he is, Cuzzy. I can't say Blacktown anymore because I live in Seven Hills. So wait for the lights on the iRacing.com official pace truck to turn off. They do. The lights stop flashing, which means we go green here this time by Lewis Hewitt, James Rice and Nathan Clark. Your top 3, Bob King, Joel Berkeley, Bradley Sanders. You go back to Dylan Stacey. Holy cow. 15th up to 7th in a matter of laps. Go boy. Go son. Green flag is back out. And we are back underway here in the main event. Hewitt immediately goes straight to the top side of the racetrack through turn number 1 and 2. James Rice down to the low side. In fact, was going through the middle of turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Nathan Clark looking down low. Bob King all over the back of the 8 cars. They make their way into 1 and 2. Clark goes high. King goes low. Side by side on the exit down turn. Down the back straightaway. Spin it out, you mongoloid. Clark around the outside of Bob King. They make contact, and Bob King to the inside wall, upside down, and there goes Stacey. Bob King up and over, and he is gone from pillar to post. And Bob King, although that motor is blown, unfortunately he's made his way back to pit road. Nothing you can do there. And that is caution flag number 2. I get the feeling that some of these boys might be in for a bit of a long night. Jeez, I'm so glad I actually went and rested up before this event tonight. Of course, I actually streamed earlier on today for, I think it was about 7 hours actually. Then got some dinner and had some bed rest. Come back, took some painkillers, and we're good. Been going since about 8 o'clock actually, so we're looking at another 3 hours. That's 10 hours I've streamed today, boys. Of course, we've been playing Tom Clancy's The Division 2, played some Counter-Strike earlier on. It was only streamed on Twitch though. Of course, you're watching on Twitch, don't forget to hit that follow button if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, make sure the bell on the Get Notifications tab is on. And what's on is going to be the green flag. Here we go. And the Colonel, Bradley Sanders, up to P3, but surely not for long because the experience of Joel Berkeley going to make quick work of the 68, but Sanders moves back around the outside of Berkeley, goes into 3 and 4, drives it in deep. In fact, almost got into the back of the 5 of James Rice. Rice down to the low side through turn number 1 and 2, of course. Had a good run in the 360s just a week ago. In fact, had a good battle with him there at Lanier. Berkeley to the inside, almost contact with James Rice's left rear. Sanders high, now ducks down low, down to the inside in turns 1 and 2. Luke Muir as well, very impressive in the 555 car. So Hewitt leads from Rice and Berkeley. Go back to Sanders, Muir, and Lewis Clark. Trent Gosley, Ryan Gorton, John Schultz, and Dylan Stacey make up your top 10. I'm using these camera angles because I'm absolutely lazy. Let's go back to these ones. So Berkeley takes second. And just like they did in the heat race, they are running 1 and 2 at the moment. James Rice, Alligator back to third. Fourth is going to be the 68, the Colonel, Brad Sanders. Muir around, and that's going to trigger a caution. Yellow flag flies at the completion of lap number 18. We're still going to have about 32 to go. Oh, Muir, look out. Let's have a look at how Rice is going at the moment here. We'll take a look at some different camera angles here. There is Mr. Fried himself, Mr. Fried Rice. No, I wasn't talking about your fish either, mate. So lights go out on the pace truck. We'll take the restart on board the number 5 car of James Rice. I'm that tired I can't remember what I said to you, mate. Green flag back out onto the circuit. Here we go. You can just listen to that throttle control that James Rice is showing at the moment. We'll go back to our TV4 camera because I get the feeling that a battle on for the lead is going to happen very, very shortly. Trent Gosley as well from the back of the bus up into the top 5. Berkeley running the slider line through 3 and 4. Hewitt just casually going wherever he wants to. He's the race leader and he's not been challenged just yet. Now Trent Gosley, pretty sure he started 19th or 20th. Started dead last, 20th, up 15 positions. How about the Snap-on Tools WP Concreting number 4 car of Trent Gosley? Sitting back there in 6th now. I'm going to get back by Lewis Clark as Clark goes around the outside of Brad Sanders. So here's a nice little 3-car battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th. Now you throw in the 4th. Trent Gosley throw in 6th while you're there. Well, you better give me that money, Moot. So I don't think he's... Look, I'd love to see him win. I just think at the moment the experience for the 2 guys out in front are certainly paying off. Oh no, Trent Gosley. Gorton. So he just... Wait. Oh, look out, look out. Ah, rookie here, rookie here. So, the wicked cushion instant replay not working actually. But a big thanks to Wicked Cushion. Let's bring those guys up actually. Lights turning off on the iRacing.com official pace track, which will give us 24 laps to go. Here we go, Hewitt, Berkeley, Rice, your top three. Green flag back out, 30 in the books, 24 to go. Lewis Clark diving down low. Here comes John Schultz as well in the 78 car, working the bottom side of the racetrack, nearly 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. Rice, Lewis Clark and Bradley Sanders. This 3-car battle raging on for the time being. Nathan Clark coming back through the field as well. Clark down low on Sanders. Sanders back around the outside. Bradley Sanders having the run of a lifetime at the moment. Darren Palmer up to 7th, and Scott Butler from the C main. He has now made his way into the top 10 in the number 94 car. Sitting in about 8th or 9th spot at the moment. But how do you go past this battle on screen? James Rice, Lewis Clark, Bradley Sanders as well. And then, of course, you throw in John Schultz, Darren Palmer, not too far away from chewing into this pie. Oh, contact, Sanders and Clark. Schultz on the inside, 3 wide, briefly through the middle of 1 and 2. Sanders, the right front, caught the left rear of Rice. Thankfully, Sanders got out of the gas, allowed Rice to gather it back up. Rice now back up on the inside on Lewis Clark. And the battle right now for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th is just phenomenal. Schultz trying desperately to work the inside of the speedway. Sanders trying to get back by the 5 of James Rice. James Rice, a phenomenal run here tonight so far. Looking at a top 5 and a potential podium. If we can just get by the 111 car that's in front of him, he goes to go down low, but Sanders was there. Rice had to go up top. He's now 3 wide. Parmenter and John Schultz there as well. Schultz goes for the slider, no, stays on the bottom side of the racetrack. Parmenter through the middle. Rice, oh look out, hang on to it, James Rice. He's starting to work the top side out. I think if we can just get the run down the straightaways, the 5 might be a little bit faster than a few of the other guys running the bottom side of the racetrack. Sanders and Lewis Clark, 3rd and 4th at the moment. Can the Colonel, can he cook up something in these final 14 laps? Yeah, take the KFC reference if you want. Moot, I'm a sports bet freak. I know what goes on. You can't do that. Bonus bets back up to $50. Terms and conditions apply. Gamble responsibly. I should be the voiceover for that. Should have used the cash out option. It's too late for a cash out option now. The 111, Lewis Clark sitting in 3rd. And I tell you, they're slowly starting to catch Berkeley. Hewitt's got a 2.8, 2.9 second lead. And Sanders, Bradley Sanders, moves now back to P3. Lewis Clark made the mistake of going high in 1 and 2. Let Sanders drive on by him as the yellow flag flies. And it is, we're not sure on this one. Not too sure. We don't want to take a look at... So again, let's try and get our wicked cushion instant replay button working. It's just frozen up on us. So Hewitt was out by almost 3 seconds, 2.9 I think I said, over Joel Berkeley. That's a massive lead here at Lanier. Such a small dirt track to wait for the lights to turn off on the iRacing.com official pace track. We are going to have 6 laps to go, of course. If we get till about lap 51, even 50, 51, around that, We speak of the point of no return if the caution flag flies, just like it did in the midgets. We will end under yellow and behind the iRacing.com official pace truck. In fact, the lights are not off just yet, so we're going to have 5 to go. So staying on just for a little bit longer. Of course, we'll try and chat with our podium after this one. Of course, we didn't have a pole shuffle to contend with tonight, but of course it's getting late, but we'll try and get the interviews in here for the midgets. We do apologise about the midgets and not getting those drivers in for an interview, but of course a big shout out to, again, Karen Morris. Not sure if she's still watching, but if she is, shout out to you, Mrs. Morris. 49 complete, 5 to go. Anytime the caution flag flies in the next 2 laps, say goodnight, sweetheart. It's time to go. Clark, Sanders, Schultz, Rice, your top, well, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, I should say. Hewitt and Berkeley. Clark moves to the inside on Sanders. Sanders going to move back to P3. They almost make contact now. Yellow comes out from any point out. From here on out, it ends under yellow. Let's hope these final 14 drivers on the track can stay off each other and stay clean and green. 3 laps to go for your leader, Lewis Hewitt. Looking to continue to lead these points throughout the Dirt Leagues Australia Midget Series and 410 Sprint Car Series. I believe he leads both of them. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure he leads the Sprint Car point standings anyway. 2 times around Lanier National Speedway. As he will see the white flag. 1 final lap. We race it out to the start-finish line. You can see Berkeley starting to come into the screen just a little bit. More and more, but down the back straightaway through turn number 3 and 4, ladies and gentlemen. Lewis Hewitt goes to victory lane. And he will get the job done. We take a look at your JR Productions and Media finishing results. Lewis Hewitt gets the W. He finds victory lane. Joe Berkeley home in 2nd. Lewis Clark in 3rd. The Colonel, Bradley Sanders in 4th. James Rice rounds out your top 5. John Schultz 6th. Darren Palmer to 7th. Ryan Gorton in 8th. Ryan Harris in 9th. Nathan Clark makes up your top 10. Home in 11th is going to be Scott Butler. Dylan Stacey in 12th. Joshua Walton 13th. Lance Bainton 14th. Trent Gosley 15th. 16th. Luke Muir. Bob King 17th. Gavin Saddle 18th. Jock Goodyear 19 and Tim Harris in 20th spot. So we went for our 1st and 2nd drivers to get off the racetrack, get out of their cars, get on the right Discord, and we'll get this one wrapped up. There they go, about to crash, and we will chat with our top 2 here in just a moment. Well, we'll go straight down to victory lane, where he led at one stage by nearly 3 seconds and comes away with a dominating victory here tonight. Lewis Hill, congratulations on the win, but it was a very tough track conditions here tonight, very slick, but nonetheless you got the job done. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. That was a very different Lanier than what we're used to, but it's good fun to run that one.
I don't even know where to start with this on this track. I mean, it's just, I mean, what did you make of the track? As I said, very, very slick, very different to what we normally see at Lanier.
Yeah, it was a lot rougher than I think I've had a Lanier track before, especially coming out of 4 there. If you're on the top, it was a really big bump that could throw you off, and I just hadn't seen that develop before here. So, yeah, I just sat on the bottom in 3 and 4 and, yeah, cruised around.
Right, well done on the win, and I believe you're extending your points lead in this championship for the sprint cars anyway. But of course, sponsor shout-outs, who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, thank you. As always, big thank you to TTL, our supporters, Simworks, Tie Designs down in the graphics. thank you to Pay Syndicate for running the league and you for the broadcast.
Pay Syndicate.
It's Dirt Leagues.
Dirt Leagues
Oh my
Australia.
goodness. Sorry,
Yeah, look,
sorry, Zach. I'm sorry, Zach.
I was always going to correct him on that one. Well done, Lewis.
Thank you.
All right, well, we heard our second place driver in here tonight, Joel Berkeley. Joel, second place here tonight. You had to start, I think, would you start 7th in that one, but you had to make your way through the field, and you done it fairly quickly, but just couldn't run down Lewis in the end.
No, Lewis was a better car than I. He definitely smoked me. But yeah, he was the better car than I. That track was tricky, and yeah, good track though. I enjoyed it. Like I think that top side was there. It just took a few green flag laps to get it rolling, but yeah, it didn't really get it rolling in those last 5 laps we had.
That last caution with about 5 to go, what was sort of the plan going into 1 and 2, knowing that Lewis was going to run the bottom?
I don't know. I just was going to go back to the top and try and get it rolling. Like, yeah, I don't know. Struggled a little bit everywhere apart from the bottom. I took some stagger out of the car and it didn't really seem to work how I thought it would. But live and learn, and yeah.
Well, you choked in the midgets, but second place here tonight. Congratulations on another second in a 410 this week. Sponsors, shout-outs once again. Floor's yours.
You call that a choke in the midget? What? That wasn't a choke. But massive thanks to the guys at TTL Esports, Simworks, Style Designs, Down to Graphics, everyone else on the team for all their efforts, and Zach for hosting Dirt Leagues Australia, and you for broadcasting, Brett.
All right, there we go, Joel Berkeley there. Home in second place tonight. We're not going to get to chat with Lewis Clark, unfortunately, in third, but well done to Lewis Hewitt on getting the job done here for the 54-lap main event here at Lanier National Speedway for the Dirt Leagues Australia 410 Winged Sprint Car Tour. That'll do it for us on Ultimate Dirt TV. Of course, I'm watching on Twitch, mate. Catch you next time, buddy. I will have a chat with him and let him know that you are very disappointed. And thanks for the host, thanks for the raid, brother Rossi. Thanks for the bits on Twitch as well. For the guys that subbed on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, hit the thumbs up on the video. And of course, hit the subscribe button. Make sure the bell, or the get notifications tab, is on. Thank you very much for watching on Twitch. If you're watching on Facebook, thanks very much for the likes, shares, follows. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the support, guys. Once again, big thanks to our sponsors: Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder iRacing League, Dirt Leagues Australia, JR Productions and Media, and Black Diamond Motorsports. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, this is Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night. We'll see you next time.